The first snowfall of December painted the neighborhood in thick, white silence. The Parker family bundled up and hurried outside, laughing as they rolled the fresh snow into 3 perfect mounds. Together, they built a snowman at the edge of their yard, facing the street like a cheerful guardian for passing cars. They gave him a carrot nose, button eyes, and an old red scarf. He looked harmless, kind even. That night, after hot chocolate and marshmallows, the Parkers went to bed. But sometime before dawn, the dog began to bark. A low, uneasy growl that woke Mrs. Parker. She peeked through the blinds, expecting to see a raccoon or deer. Instead, she froze. The snowman was no longer facing the street. He was turned toward their house. She blinked, rubbed her eyes. Impossible. They had placed him with his back to the yard, his blank face toward the road. She woke her husband, but by then daylight had arrived and it didn't seem frightening anymore. Just strange. A prank, maybe. Kids messing around. They shrugged it off. Night 2. A storm blew in, thick flakes swirling through the yard. The house was warm, but that same uneasy feeling threaded through the air. The dog whined at the front door, refusing to leave the entryway rug. Around 2 a.m., a soft crunch, crunch, crunch echoed from outside, like footsteps in deep snow. Mr. Parker checked the door camera. The screen flashed with static. Annoyed, he looked through the peephole. His breath caught. The snowman was no longer at the edge of the yard. He stood inches from the front door. Too close, as if someone had placed him there. Or he had walked. His carrot nose pointed upward, pressed nearly against the glass. His button eyes stared straight at the peephole. And on the door, smeared in melting snow, were drag marks, like fingers. Mr. Parker slammed the deadbolt, heart pounding. Night 3. They woke to something tapping on the window. 3 gentle taps. Pause. 3 more. The family huddled together, refusing to look outside. They stayed awake until dawn, shaking, listening as the tapping circled the house, window to window to window. When sunlight finally arrived, they peeked outside. The snowman was gone. But the footprints, deep, heavy, unmistakably human, circled their home in tight loops, as if someone had walked around it again and again and again. And in front of the living room window, someone had carved a simple message into the snow. "Let me in." That evening, the temperature rose. The snow melted quickly, washing away the tracks, erasing every sign he'd ever been there. But that night, long after the last patches of snow had vanished, the Parkers heard it. A soft tap-tap-tap on the living room window. Not with snow this time, with a finger.